So as we all know, polyatomic ions means ions formed by more than one type of element. So there will be more than one type of element present in an polyatomic ions. So here the atoms of different elements held together by covalent bonds. Yes, I have told all this, right? So in the last class, idella helide about polyatomic ions. So the ammonium ion and the carbonate. So there you can see different atoms, more than one atoms is present in a polyatomic ions. And here we we are not always using IDE. So in the last class I told that when you have an anion, we are going to use IDE in the ending as a suffix. So here in the case of polyatomic ions nomenclatures, we might not be using IDE for all the cases. Okay. So some of the examples are given here. So for these examples, we need to write the formulas. Ammonium nitride and sodium carbonate, ammonium phosphate and magnesium phosphate. Okay, so in the last class, did I give you people the list of polyatomic ions? Polyatomic ions list ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ last class ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Okay. Oh. So we'll try writing some of the example of this. So ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ NH4 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಮೋನಿಯಂ ಅಯಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ NO2 ಮೈನಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೈಟ್ರೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನ?
No.
Fine. Okay. So I'll give you the list now. So I'll try to write that here. Okay. So first thing, we have is ammonium. So ammonium is always, that is NH4 plus.
NO3.
Okay, so NH4 plus is ammonium ion. So this is ammonium ion. So and then we have nitrite and nitrate. So nitrite and nitrate we have. So here we have nitride. So nitride, since we have nitride here, can take, so that is NO2 minus. So NO2 minus is nitrite. So since again, as I was saying, nitrite is anion. So this NO2 minus is there now. So that NO2 minus is nitrite. Okay, so that NO2 minus is nitrite. So when you have ITE at the ending, okay, when you have ITE at the ending, okay, so when you have IDE at the ending, and it is an anion here, so this should be IDE. Okay, so when you have an anion and then it is nitrite, so nitrite ITE idaga, so we are going to replace that one by IDE. We are going to replace that by IDE. Okay, so NO2 minus is nitrite, RITE. So I have changed that to DE now, nitrite. Okay, so here, so NH4 plus is 1 plus cation, 1 is there, plus 1, and here also minus 1. So they can easily combine and then they will form NH4 NO2. Is that clear? Okay. So you can write that for this NH4 plus, alle one kade barkoli, NH4 plus idre, that is ammonium ion. Okay, so that is ammonium. So NO2 minus if we have, that is nitrite. Okay, so note it down. So NH4 plus is ammonium, NO2 minus is nitrite. So you'll get formula NH4 NO2. So next moving on to sodium carbonate. So here there is no problem, you know the formula of sodium. Okay, so that will be Na plus.
Na2CO3.
Yes, Na2CO3. So carbonate we know. So carbonate is CO3 2 minus. So, yes, here the carbonate is CO3 2 minus and Na is plus. So 2 minus and 1 plus is there. So we'll take 2 moles of Na plus. So if I take 2 moles, then it will form Na2.
CO3.
Yes. Na2. Na2CO3. So this is carbonate. So here AT is, we are not going to use IDE, even though this is anion here in the case. So I told in the beginning only. So IDE, ella cases bari avashyakate iruvantilla. So only in few cases we are going to write. So you can observe here CO3 2 minus is there. So this is not considered as carboide. Carboide will not consider. So here carbonate, ATE will be there. But in the case of, even though it's anion, we are not going to change it into IDE. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you know the ammonium ion now. We need to know what is phosphate. So phosphate is always PO4.
Potassium.
No. Phosphate is PO4 2 minus. But it's not PO4, PH. So this is PO4 only. So that is PO4 3 minus. PO4 3 minus is phosphate. Okay, so PO4 3 minus. So that is phosphate. So now you can write the formula of that. So remember, PO4 3 minus is phosphate. PO4 3 minus is phosphate. Okay, now tell me.
NH4 bracket PO4 3
Twice. Okay. Then
PO4.
yes. So NH4 thrice PO4.
PO4.
Yes. So this is the formula for ammonium phosphate. So there is a, again we are seeing here, even though PO4 3 minus is anion, we are not using IDE in that case, we are using ATE in that case. Okay, so that is ammonium phosphate. And fourth
Phosphate.
one is very simple and you can do it on your own.
Mg3PO4 bracket 2.
Okay. Mg3PO4, then
Bracket 2.
yes, twice.
Bracket
Yes, twice. Okay. So here in this case, you can observe magnesium is in +2 state, right? So the valency of magnesium will be 2, whereas PO4 is 3 minus. So how we can balance this one? So what we can do for balance this one? ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಇದನ್ನ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ? ಸೊ +2 ಮತ್ತೆ -3 ಇದೆ, ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Okay, so here what we can do is, if you take 2 moles of this PO4 2 mole ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ -6 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Mg2 plus 3 moles ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ನ ನೀವು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ 2 ಗೆ 2 PO4 and 3 Mg, so that you can do. So if you take Mg here, okay, so this +2 will be here to this position and 3 will be to this position. So 3 Mg molecules have to take, or 3 moles of Mg have to take, and I have to take 2 moles of PO4. Okay, so then what I will get? I will get Mg +2 +2 +2, that is 6. Okay, and here PO4 is -3 and -3, that is -6. Okay, so total ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ +6 ಈ ಕಡೆ -6 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So therefore that is going to be Mg3 PO4 twice. Yes. So this is the formula for magnesium phosphate. So this is the formula for magnesium phosphate. Is that clear now?
Yes, Anna.
Okay, so this is how you are going to write formulas for polyatomic ions. So we got to know the formula for nitrite, that is NO2 minus, and we got to know the formula of ammonia, NH4 plus, and also we got to know the formula of phosphate ion, that is PO4 3 minus. Okay, and so before going to that, we'll discuss for NO3 minus or NO3 minus, it is nitrate. Okay, so for NO3 minus, it is going to be nitrate, NO3 minus. Okay, so since it is ATE, so ATE irodrinda change agala, it will remain the same. Potassium nitrate, that is KNO3, we call KNO3, potassium nitrate. Sodium nitrate, NaNO3, right? So that is nitrate. So ATE, it will not change to ITE or IDE. If you had ITE, then it would have changed to IDE. Okay, similarly, we have SO3 2 minus and SO3, I can take S4 4 2 minus. So SO3 2 minus is sulfite. So that is going to be sulfite. And SO4 2 minus is sulfate. Okay, sulfite and sulfate. So when you are going to say sulfite or sulfate, or when we are going to say it as nitrite, nitrate. So when you have small number of oxygen atom, when you have small number of oxygen atom. Okay, so when you have small number of oxygen atom, so at that case we use ITE. So andre ಈಗ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ SO3 ಮತ್ತೆ SO4 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ SO3 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ. So because of which we call them as a sulfite, ITE we are going to add. So you can compare the same thing with the case of NO3 minus and NO2 minus. So NO2 minus and NO3 minus, there is a one oxygen less in the case of NO2 minus. So smaller number of oxygen atom. So therefore NO2 minus idaga nitrite ITE na add ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. When you have more number of oxygen, then you are going to add ATE. Okay, so there is a difference. You should be knowing why we are writing ITE and why we are writing ATE. So depending upon the number of oxygen atom present there, so we are going to say that as ITE and ATE. Is that clear?
Yes, Anna.
Okay. So next, in the case of anions or polyatomic ions, which will be in the form of ClO4 minus and ClO minus. Okay, so in these cases what we are going to do, so when more than 2 oxyanions are present, okay, so here you use another kind of nomenclature. So when you have more than 2 oxyanions, okay, so in this case when you have more than 2 oxyion, so we name it as PER, that is PER, name it as perchlorate. Perchlorate. So this is, again you can see the difference there, O4 and O minus. So O minus, smaller number of oxygen, so ITE should be added, and O4 we have more number of oxygen, so we can add ATE. Okay, so ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ನಮಗೆ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಪರ್ ಸಲ್ಫೇಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪರ್ ಕ್ಲೋರೇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಆವಾಗ ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು ಪರ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ PER ಅಂದಾಗ? ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ದನ್ 2 oxy anions. ಸೊ anions you know that is negative charge. ಸೊ ಮೋರ್ ದನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಮೇಲೆ, ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ದೆನ್ more than 2 oxy ions. ಸೊ 2 ಆಕ್ಸಿ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಪರ್. Similarly, in the case of ClO minus, where you have less than 2 oxy ions, ಎರಡಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, less than 2 oxy ions. Okay, so when we have less than 2 oxy ions, so 2 oxy anions ಗಿಂತ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, so then we are going to use their hypo. So we will use hypo. Okay, so that is hypochlorite, because less number of oxygen, so that is hypochlorite. Okay, so less than 2 oxy ions. When you have less than 2 oxy ions, then that is going to be hypo. Okay, so this is when the nomenclature will be perchlorate, and then when it is going to be hypochlorite. So hypochlorite and perchlorate. So chlorite, you know why I'm using ITE, and you know why I'm using ATE. Okay, so that is the thing we need to remember when you have more than 2 oxy anions and less than 2 oxy anions. So what are the things we are going to use? Clear?
Yes, Anna.
Similarly, after this, if you have such kind of examples like FeCl2 and FeCl3. So at these cases, we know the charges of iron here is going to be plus 3, and here it is plus 2. So when you observe higher charge, so we are going to use IC there, higher charge, and when we have lower charge, we're going to use OUS there. Okay, so that is why you can nomenclate them as in the case of plus 3, that is higher charge, so you're going to call that as ferric chloride. Ferric, FeRRIC. IC you're going to add ferric chloride. Similarly, when the case of Cl2, FeCl2, so there is a plus 2 charge. So at this case, we are going to nomenclate that as ferrous. So that is ferrous chloride and ferric chloride. So there is a difference when we have different charges, especially in terms of positive, that is in the terms of cations. Similarly, if you have CuCl2 and if you have CuCl3 or if you have CuCl, so based on that, we are going to call them as a cuprous and cupric, stannous, stannic. So these kind of different examples will be coming across when we have a different cationic charges on the metal atoms. So you should be knowing higher charge or positive charge is the IC, lower positive charge is the we are going to add OUS. So that's again one of the important kind to be remembered. So next we'll move on to ionic formula. So the ionic formula shows the charge of ions present in ionic substances. I was saying. So ionic formula then so ions they exhibit their charges what they have. So they will show the charges of the ions present in an ionic substance. So the ionic substance NaCl agbodu, KCl agbodu, MgCl2 agbodu. So these kind of ionic substance whatever you have. So in that ionic substance it will show you the charges. So here you can see. So according to group number. So again we have to change here 1, 2. Then after comes 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. So that is not this one is 13, this one 14, this is 15 and 16, 17 and finally this is 18. Okay, so we will not be discussing about from group 3 to 12. So that will separately discuss. Since it has a variable valences, the charges of that as well changes, as I was telling in the case of iron chloride and iron 3 chloride and iron 2 chloride, ferrous and ferric. In that case, you can observe the different valencies in terms of their charges. So here you can observe in the case of group number, comparison of group number, valence and charge on ion. So the group number is 1. So that starts from hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. So all that group 1 will have valency of 1 and we all know that. And what about the charge? When it comes to charge, the unique property means, the common property they're going to have is all those elements which is present in group 1 will have a +1 charge. So new potassium tagobodu, new sodium tagobodu, you can take lithium, no matter of the whatever the size of them or whatever the atomic number of them, so the charge will be +1 only. So that is equal to the valency. So that happens in the same, similarly in the case of group number 2. So you can observe 2 valency and the charge is going to be +2. So if you take calcium, magnesium, beryllium, strontium, barium, radium, so all the kind of elements will have +2 charge. So and their valency will be 2. So then if you go to 13th group, where boron and 14 carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and so on. ಸೊ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದಂಗೆನೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ 13th ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೋರಾನ್, ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಿಯಂ, ಗ್ಯಾಲಿಯಂ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ +3 ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ and they are going to be trivalent, that is 3 valency. And coming to carbon, so there the valency will be 4 and charge is going to be 4. So after the 4, so ಇಷ್ಟು 4 ವೇಲೆನ್ಸಿ ತನಕ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಮೈನಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ನ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. So there, after that, anion starts. Up to carbon, it will be, or up to 13th group, it will be in positive, that is cation. So charge positive irutte. Next ella enagutte, charge negative irutte. Andre ee particular element galu aa charge anna iddaga they are stable anta. When they have that charge, they are stable. For example, hydrogen will be quite stable in this state, H+. Okay, but in the terms of hydrogen, if I take both is possible. So eradu possible ide. Okay, hydrogen and hydride. So eradu case alla enagutte andre idakke electron beku, so it may take electron, and in the hydride case it may give electron. So this happens. Similarly, if I take O+ and O2-, so O2- is stable, where O+ is not stable. So O+ and it wants to gain the charge and it will take the charges. So ee ತರ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, so ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೀವಿ, ಆ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ they are try to be in the stable state. Stable state ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ they are not completely stable, but ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾನು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಅನ್ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೆವಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್. ಬಟ್ ಅದೇ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ O2- ಅಂದಾಗ ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಸ್ಟೇಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಪೀಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅನ್ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ when they form bond, they will become stable. So that's why the charges are also very important for each and every elements. So with that charges, their stability can also be defined. Similarly, you can see in the case of section there is oxygen I was saying. Then coming to 17, the fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, acetylene, whatever you have. So all that will have a 1 valency and with the -1 charge. So I was when I was taking valency classes, I was saying that why we need to remember the charges on that. So ಈ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ with respect to their valencies. So more than 4 ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ